Yeah, this is one of the most impressive wins, maybe the most impressive win since I've been here, because that's a really good football team. And the respect I have for, and they're tops in the league or second in just about every category. They're a physical team, all those things. And I thought, the players executed a game plan almost about as well as you could execute a game plan. That's kudos to them and the work they put in and the work the assistant coaches put in to get that result. And that's what we were looking for, was that type of result. And, I think that was about as happy a locker room as, you've about been in, because they knew they're proud of that performance.
Jesper, have you blocked a punt before?
I have never, not in my life, not even in practice, so that was exciting.
We do a drill. He's done the drill.
Oh, yeah, drill.
But not in a live
No, not in a
game.
live situation.
What happened on that?
You been on the punt return team all year?
Not all year. The last, 4 games or so, I think.
Since he came back healthy, just about.
What happened on that? I'm coming off the edge to force the punt because they have a good punter, so I'm supposed to speed up the operation time that he does, and I saw him drop the ball and kind of kicked it into an extra gear and laid out and hoped for the best and got a good piece of it, and Jeremiah picked it up and took it right in.
Do your eyes sort of light up in that
Yes.
situation?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I think I got
I saw the drop, and I was, yeah.
I think the whole sideline did too.
Yeah.
We know what Jesper can do.
Jesper, you think that kind of set a tone for the game, that kind of play?
It seems like it. Our sideline really lit up, and after that, we kicked the ball off to them, force a stop, and then get a touchdown, but without even the offense touching the ball. And that's something. It's a good way to start a game off.
Talk about the defensive effort and the points of emphasis coming into today.
All week we knew the type of offense they had. They had 2 guys who are being considered by most 2 of the best offensive players in the Ivy League. So we respected their offense, and the way that we showed our respect is we coming out there and Coach is stress playing hard every play. From Coach Reyes to Coach Salgado to Coach Verber and all down the line. I think they did a great week of not just preparing us, but preparing our scout teams, because we go through the week and there's not a look that we really don't get from our scouts, and they give us the exact look from the way that they play. So our preparation coming into this game, it just allowed us to play free. You know what I mean? We had no worries. There wasn't any panic out there. They tempered us a little bit, but that's all really we get during camp from our offense. So we were very comfortable throughout this game, and this is something that we really wanted. We wanted it last week, but couldn't get it. But we were able to get a shutout this week, and I can't tell you how it just feels great.
Talk about your back down.
Oh, yeah. First one, I just got my hand up. I felt like I got a pretty good push. Coach Verber gave us the go to go out there and get it. Last week, I didn't do a great job of working edges, and, I was too busy trying to be Mr. Strong Guy, pushing guys too much, and that doesn't work. That doesn't work too well in pass rush with guys. They get paid, and they practice, and they do what they have to do on that side, too. So, I can't expect to bully guys every play. And then this week, I felt slightly better about working those edges, and that's when they really give up ground. I was able to get that first one, and then the next one, Coach Verber just called a stunt, and they've been getting the ball quick off all game, and that's something that Coach Reyes and Coach Verber and Coach Sal have really been getting to us about all year, about getting hands up, because with the pass rush that we've been given, teams are going to quick game us a lot, and when you quick game, the trajectory is going to be lower, and we're going to have opportunities for batted balls like we did today. So it was just good fortune for us and getting our hands up this week.
James, how badly did you guys want to finish that shutout?
Oh man, we really wanted it. Like when we saw that there was 5 minutes on the clock, we came together, we huddled up, and we was like, we have to get this. Like we have to finish this game off right. And when they started tempoing us and coming out and gaining yards, we were like, okay, let's make a stand here. Let's make a stand here. Let's draw a line. Let's make a stand here. And then lo and behold, they had the botch snap, and Rohan dove on the ball. And that was it. We went crazy. It was absolutely the best feeling in the world.
And we've had close, and we've been my fault, and just I don't mean to interject, but you just get the win. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. And you got to get the clock under a certain point, and the game's over. So I'm yelling at Coach Salgado to play it safe, and he's wanting to get the shutout, and these guys want the shutout, and to get it in that manner when we've been close before was even better.
James, what was the key on the 4th down defense? Because they moved the ball inside your territory a couple of times, and I think they were 0-4 on 4th down plays. So what was sort of the key there?
We just had to keep our eyes right. Like Ty was saying, D-line got great pushed all game, and the backers were playing downhill all game, and then defensive backs, we were just trying to make sure that nothing was getting behind us. And so for fourth down, we were just thinking, like, this is our stop. We make this stop, we get off the field. So, like, we kind of, like, ramped up our intensity a little bit. And so when the D-line got great push, the backers were able to come downhill clean, and defense backs always kept their eyes right, and so we were able to get off the field.
What about your interception? What did you see on that play?
So on my interception, I read, like, they like to do that stack formation, and they like to throw that quick screen out there. So I saw that the tight end didn't come and block me. So that was a key all week, that if the tight end doesn't block you, then he's probably releasing up the field, and the back receiver is going to come down the sideline. So when I saw that the tight end didn't come and block me, I was like, okay, this might be that play. And lo and behold, it was. And so I was playing in a deep third, and I kept my eyes on the quarterback, and he was staring me down the whole time. And so it was just like a perfect read, perfect break, and I was able to make the catch.
There's a lot of credit on that because that play is a staple for them, and that tight end's a incredible blocker. I know I said that in the podcast, and they do this counter off it, and it's like they've been doing so both successfully, hitting the little dink and dunks, but also hitting that, and like his read on that was really, I mean, standing on the sideline, that was awesome to see.
He said he didn't see you, so you said he was staring you down?
He said he didn't see me?
He said he didn't see you.
I was looking him dead in his eyes. I don't maybe he was looking past me. I don't know.
Just for talk about playing with Chad and John, what it's like for you as a receiver to have those two at quarterback.
It's fantastic. Obviously, we think of Chad as more of the passer and John as more of the runner, but I don't even know who's really throwing me the ball most of the time, and I don't even pay attention to it because the ball is really like it's there and it's coming in, and we do associate John with the runner, but like when Chad gets open space, I think he had maybe a couple runs today. I mean, he is just as capable as John, so it's fantastic. I mean, they're both playing really well right now.
Anything else for the players? All right, guys, thanks a lot.
Good to see you guys tomorrow.
Good drive to start the second half. I mean, they're going to get back into the game. I mean, they have to stop right now. How big?
Yeah, it went almost 8 minutes, that drive to start the second half. And, you know, I think both teams did. I mean, when good football is being executed, offense should beat defense, meaning you might only get 4 yards or 5 yards, but both teams were doing that from like the 20 to the 30. And we just had a few drives. We got all the way into the end zone where we stopped them on those fourth downs. Fortunately, when they got on that fringe, we call it the fringe red zone. We spend time in training camp on that fringe red area. We struggled my third year when we went 5-5, and we had that chance to win the Ivy League title after we beat Harvard in that crazy game. We struggled in that area, and since then, we spent time in spring ball and training camp in that fringe red. And I thought we handled it as well as could be against a really good opponent.
Talk about the impact of that block punt and how you think that changed things.
Yeah, they're. I mean, Coach Gleason and Sean is doing a phenomenal job as our special teams coordinator. I know the guys would say the same in getting us prepared. And in most statistical categories, they're number one, including punt. And we had a target. You know, we talked about target a lot this week, not responsibilities, target. And our target was to win special teams. And I thought we did it as well. I mean, against a team that's been good all year long, we did really well. And I mean, we just missed a 51-yard field goal. We had a couple other really close opportunities, but I thought we executed it really well.
What about the defensive performance overall?
Yeah, I know Craig, you know, my Harvey Pollock over here, the Sixers guy, he's going to do a stat because he always does. The touchdown scored when the score hasn't been 28 points or more, and it hasn't been many. I mean, the Harvard game, points scored was 17 in regulation. That might be the only points scored since Lehigh in, a game that's within 28 points. And it's a credit to the guys who are really bought into the responsibilities, and we got to keep it going, right? I mean, it doesn't just happen overnight. We start 0-0 every week, but I just love how in tune they are with the game plan.
The other plays on fourth down, it looked like Dorian fought through 2 blocks to make that one stop. The fourth down stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just thought we were scrappy. They love, just like we do, to execute these 4 and 5 yard plays, and they've been doing it all year. And we just got a few times to get them to stop a drive where we fought and clatched and scratched and clawed, and we're just kept them just close. You know, where man, it's a game of inches, right? I mean, you look at these when two good teams play, and we just got the little inches a little better than they did, because it wasn't like we're here and they're here. I mean, it was like a game like this, and in that fringe red zone, we 3 times got a score, and their punter dropped the snap, and we were able to block it. I mean, that's the difference.
They had a lot of yards for getting shut out. They really did.
Yeah.
They had a lot of yards for getting
Yeah, no, I felt like they were consistently, I don't know how many first downs they ended up with, but they had a number. It was one of those games because the clock kept moving. I mean, with all these TV timeouts and everything, the game went fast because the ball was now our quarterback's 17 for 24 and 6 for 9. Their quarterback's 17 for 28 on, I don't have the full stat, but up until 4 minutes to go in the game. Like, these are really good football players out there, and we got fortunate in just a few of those key situations. I don't even say fortunate. We just played really well and were honed in a few of those situations.
Ray just cited how good you guys were in space.
Ye-
You've just been breaking tackles, making the miss.
Yeah, that hasn't been done against them. I mean, watching them, Lehigh did a little bit in the second half of their game, but for the most part, if you throw the ball in the flat, they've brought the guys down, and I thought we looked really fresh. I mean, Charlie Volker did the one, in space. Johnny had one. Isaiah had that really nice run down the sideline. We were able to do that on a few times, and against a defense that hasn't allowed that. I mean, really has not allowed that. This year, that was really, really good to see.
How about Jesper's progress this year when he's contributing?
Yeah, I mean, and he plays baseball, so he's an all Ivy League baseball player, and he does it. He missed his freshman training camp. He had an illness, and he didn't really, until training camp ended, didn't practice. And so we worked him in really slow. It was probably Colgate or so when he got on the field just a little bit. And as the year went on, he kept getting better. And then he was in tune with us during baseball, but he didn't practice. So he missed those reps, and he comes down in the summer. And I know Craig wrote about it with Chad, about the guys in the summer. Those guys, when the coaches aren't there, the work they do is amazing. And we just trust. I mean, I don't ask them. I don't talk to them. Our coaches don't do that. But you trust that they're getting their work done. And when you have leaders like our two upper-class quarterbacks, the work is getting done, and it shows on the field.